Hello, everybody. Welcome along to England versus Belgium live watch along. As always, let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. And we are broadcasting loud and clear here on YouTube and on Twitter. Also, we're going to be here for the entirety of the next couple of hours watching the Three Lions play against the world number one, Belgium. It's a European Nations League game, so it is a competitive one. There is something riding on it. Get your predictions for the game in via the comments. We'll have a look at the teams in just a little jiffy. First of all, because this is a live watch-along, we are sponsored by a fan sponsor there, Charlie Frost, 30 years a loyal royal. Here's to many more. Charlie, as regular watchers know, is suffering with some health difficulties. So even more importantly, we wish him well in his battles at the moment. Let's check in on your comments, see who's here. Nick is here, says to all. Red Dog is here. Joshua is here. The Gibbler can see me. Colin is here. Chris is here. Southgate has lost the plot with his team selection. There we go. David is here. Colin. Jay is here. Thoughts and prayers with Charlie. Very, very kind. Oliver and Plucky are also here. David, I can see your comments, my friend. Callum, another one not happy with the team. Steph, excited for the game. Also excited for the giveaway. Thank you, Steve. The giveaway is ahoy over on the channel. If you do want to get involved, do it now before the game starts. But we're giving away a copy of FIFA 21. Should be about 3 or 4 videos down there. Go and enter over there. You have to just hit subscribe and all of that nonsense that we do on giveaways. But that giveaway will be expiring on the final whistle of these games. So remind me to do the plugs during the show. Here's Lewis. Nick's here as well, says 2-1. Stuart is here. And David, we are receiving you loud and clear, my friend. Right. Let's go to the split screen, have a look at the teams. Now, I've just seen an interview with Gareth Southgate, and he used the term match up about 5 times during the same interview. I watched Ipswich, managed by Mick McCarthy, where Mick always used to match up against oppositions he considered to be better than his. Just felt it was an easy way to kind of look at the team shape. I think that's what Southgate was it wasn't even a hint, wasn't it? He said match up many, many times. So he wants his team to have the same shape as the Belgium team does. So in goal for England, Pickford, we've had him a fair while now, haven't we? 3 centre-halves are Dyer, Maguire and Walker. Not overly sure about the balance there. Walker's obviously learned his trade as a fullback, hasn't he? Maguire is an out-and-out centre-back. Dyer, well, he's in and out of midfield. So they've all got fairly different skill set. Maybe that will balance it up. But, yeah, we'll see how those 3 operate together. Double pivot there, Declan Rice and Jordan Henderson. In this system, you'd expect a double pivot to just sit, wouldn't you? So I would imagine those 2 shouldn't be too attacking, especially when we look at what Belgium have got up front. Kieran Trippier and Trent Alexander-Arnold are the fullbacks. Remember, this isn't Liverpool, so don't expect Trent to have quite the same influence, but we hope he does nonetheless. Then Rashford and Mount. I'm sure that could easily switch to a sort of traditional 5-3-2 with 2 up top. But I think SofaScore have probably got it right there with their team shape that they'll probably both be flanking Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So Harry Kane is not playing. He had a bad training week, said Gareth Southgate. Let's have a look at the bench there. Nick Pope there, he played the other night. Dean Henderson are the spare goalkeepers. Cody, James, Mings, in terms of balance, would be a left-footed centre-half. Maitland-Niles, Calvin Phillips, Ward-Prowse, Grealish, well. Front right, maybe. Ings, Kane, obviously, if we're in need of a goal at any point, will be the go-to guy. And, of course, Sancho, who is still heavily linked with a move to the Premier League and to Manchester United. Let's have a look at this number one in the world Belgian team. Mignolet in goal. You're going to recognise a lot of these names. Alderweireld, Denayer and Boyata are the three centre halves. Their double pivot there. Tielemans and Witsel is a first Leicester player, isn't it? Then the wing back down the right is Meunier with Castagna, another Leicester City player, down the left-hand side. Carrasco plays for Atletico Madrid. And then, of course, Kevin De Bruyne, probably the best player on the pitch there. Always a pleasure to watch him. And Lukaku. So, look, in terms of our Premier League links there, look, Lukaku, De Bruyne, Tielemans, Castagna. Did Boyata used to be here? Was he here? I can't remember. Alderweireld and Mignolet. Just from a championship point of view down the channel here, Mason Mount was here very, very recently. Kieran Trippier was here with Burnley, wasn't he? Maguire, possibly. I can't remember. Sheffield United. Hull, maybe. And did Henderson find his way down? Or I don't know. So plenty of links. Yes. Project Retold. Yeah, I thought he did. Boyata played for Manchester City. So did Denayer, did he, Jay? I didn't know that. There we go. They all play for one of these top Premier League teams at some point. There is Marcus Rashford, MBE, in the tunnel doing his warm-ups. Let's have a look at the Belgian bench, where we will see some more familiar names there. Ruth, Kaminski, who's just come to Blackburn, hasn't he? For Championship link there. Michele, Dendonka, Trossard, Van Aken, Vishkaran, Doku, Ditu, Origi, another familiar name, Benteke, Batshuayi, plenty of familiar names. There, let's have a look at some of your comments down here. Plenty I can see. Randy says 3-2 England. Well, an England win would be lovely with my biased England fans hat on, and 5 goals would be lovely too, wouldn't it? Gibbler says 3-1 Belgian. Scarlex asks what channel I'm on. Sky Sports Main Event HD is what channel I am on. Ewan says Southgate out. There we go. We have world-class players, but Southgate refuses to try and go toe-to-toe with good teams. Well, let's see if he's going to sit off the Belgians or he is going to go toe-to-toe. I think perhaps he might sit off, but we will find out indeed. How does Dean Henderson not get a game? I think Pickford is just Southgate's guy now. It's tricky being England managers because on the one hand, you have people that want the form guy. On the other hand, you have people that want consistency. You can't have both. Pickford is the consistent pick, isn't he? So I guess that is why. Gibbler adds, should play with our own style and let the opponent worry about us. Yes, that works, I think, slightly better in club football than international football, where you have plenty more time to build on the pattern of play. But the point is a reasonable one. There. Bring back Big Sam, only England manager with 100% win rate. Look at the size of Lukaku. I'd like to meet him, actually. He looks just like an absolute monster of a human being. Very muscular, physical specimen in that Belgium striking position. And here says 2-2. Jay, I think Pope should be playing against Pickford. Pope played the other night and plays regularly for Burnley, am I right? Bielsa as England manager would be a thing of beauty. Wow. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Jay, very, very kindly has super chatted. We'll go straight to there. England 1, Belgium nil is my prediction will be tough. Belgium don't have their best team out. And I understand 1966 there, true England fan. Obviously, the year England won the World Cup. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat there, Jay. Very, very kind. Let's move on. Darren says, looks like a negative defensive lineup. I'll repeat what I said, Darren. Southgate used the term match up 4 or 5 times in his pre-match interview. So maybe he does want to stop the Belgians. Maybe you are correct. We're about to find out. Jay would like to see Wan-Bissaka instead of Alexander-Arnold. And Anir would like to see Chilwell or Saka, who did play the other night ahead of Trippier. I think Southgate going for his trusted men from the 2018 World Cup. Bits says, afternoon, Ben. Top of the league. He's not talking about England. Bits is an Ipswich fan. And yes, we are top of the league. Lovely. Ewan says, Belgium don't look that good, to be fair. Well, there's no Hazard, so I guess it could have been worse. Just any team with De Bruyne in would be hard to play against, wouldn't it? Jimmy asks, why would Wan-Bissaka get in front of Trent? I don't know. Jay adds, Alexander-Arnold is not a right back, he's a right midfielder. Well, I guess his defensive position is right back, but in a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool team, he's very much a right attacking sided midfielder. They're so brave with their press, aren't they, that he doesn't spend a lot of time actually defending. Perhaps he will. Callum says, no one cares if Kane has had a rough week. He's one of the best strikers in the world and should be starting. Callum, I'm sure we will see him at some point. I hope we do, put it that way. Lee agrees about Kane. Need to try and find out if others can fill. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. Here's QPR Forever. He's in the chat. Oh, we've got a super chat as well. Bits, you legend. Come on, you Blues. Going well for Ipswich, isn't it? Fingers crossed there. What is that now? 4 wins and a draw? Yeah, 3-2 draw. Yeah, well, hey, say no more. Are we going to see goals in this game today? I hope so. I'm drinking water out of a teacup. But I have a very nice Malbec that's already open that I'll get onto later. It's an early kickoff, isn't it? It's a 5 p.m. I won't start drinking just yet. Thank you, Bits, so much for your chat. Let's have a look here. Leather Sandal says, is Calvin playing? No, but I think if I'm a Leeds fan thinking about Calvin Phillips, I'd be very pleased because they've gone up to the Premier League. Obviously, he was already in Southgate's mind. He's immediately put him in the squad. He's made his debut. He's in there now. He's a young player, and give it time. And hopefully we'll get a lot of caps for Phillips, which will be great for us Championship fans to see a player come through and do well. Colin has no confidence in Pickford at the moment. I can understand less confidence, Colin. No confidence, I don't know. But yes, there have been questions. So your comment is not unreasonable. Lee says, does anyone care about international football? Yeah, come on. Well, when a tournament comes up, sure. Should be a good game, this. As the players all take the knee, I think we're about ready to go. Thank you to everyone else in the chat. Can I change the water to wine? Badumch. And let's have a look. We are off. Have a look at these team shapes. We'll just check and see if Mason Mount is playing front right. Yes, he is. So Southgate very much matching up as we suspected he would with the Belgian team shape. Lukaku wins his first flick on. England trying to push quite a high line. And Witsel has it in midfield. And it is out to Denia, who has quite beautiful hair. We see straight away for all the people that constantly comment on my hair. There we go. Walker heads it down. And it's on to Rashford in the 10 position. Tries to slip Calvert-Lewin in. Calvert-Lewin stumbles. Gets out of his feet. Is it going to fall to Trippier? He's arriving. Good start territory-wise for England. Rashford knocks it back. They've had to go back home. Little opening there. Couldn't quite play through with Calvert-Lewin, but encouraging first 1 minute for England. Pickford has the ball. Was Martinez managed when we lost to Belgium twice in the World Cup? How long has Martinez been the Belgian manager? I don't know. Given away there in midfield. No, by Rice, he's won it back. Feeds it into the front. Give and go there. Mount and Calvert-Lewin's in the channel. England have started pretty well. Calvert-Lewin is going to play a big switch, and it's just nodded away by Castagna in the left wing-back position. Shout out to Phil. Craig says, looks positive so far. I'll give you that. Couple of minutes in. Ben, is it Mr. Tyler for Sky Sports? I think it is, isn't it? The ITV coverage was not well received. People don't like change, do they? Hey, Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to take the throw-in for England. They've had all the territory so far. But remember, there lurking is Kevin De Bruyne, so let's not get too comfortable. Here's Mount. Good feet by him. Alexander-Arnold, cross-blocked. And it is cleared by Denea. Lukaku strong, holds that one up. And here come Belgium on the break. Big switch. And here is De Bruyne up on the edge of the box. He tried to put the cross in early. And it is blocked by Declan Rice. Bit of a worrying little counter-attack there. De Bruyne tried the early pass. Rice marked him pretty well. Shout out to Lee. There we go. Yes. No more Clive Tilsley on ITV. EB thinks it'd be 2-1. Switch of play looking for Trippier. Headed out by Alderweireld. England have it back. England playing quite well. Rice. Walker chests that one back to Eric Dyer, who appears to be in the middle of the back three, contrary to what we thought earlier. Harry Maguire playing to the left. To the left, to the left. And he has it right now as Belgium just getting the press up a little bit. 3 minutes and 20 gone. 0-0. England, reasonable start. Dyer plays it up into Calvert-Lewin, who holds it up. And Mount receives it. Rice, Rashford dribbles, moves away from Witsel. Good pace. He's going at them here. Rashford could run. Does really well, actually. And it goes back to Trippier in the left wing position. Little reverse ball. Here's Rashford again. Open them up here. Rashford crosses. Henderson was arriving. Didn't quite make the cross. Rashford, Mount. Excellent skill by Mount. Chest and control. Rashford again. England on top. Rashford back to Rice. Trippier, Rashford again. Get Rashford the ball at the moment. He looks at it. Rice and Henderson exchange passes. Good defensive shape by Belgium. Forced us back there. Sorry, I'm sounding biased. Forced England back. And Maguire has it. And Rashford has it again. Witsel stands him up. Rashford stands still in Grealish mode here. And it goes back to Rice. England, lots of possession. Belgium, not very dynamic in their press. It's a little bit static. I'm wondering who the trigger is. I think it looks like Carrasco or De Bruyne. They've now started to press properly. And lo and behold, we fell into their trap and they've driven us right back. Walker is going to have to clear that down into the channel. Calvert-Lewin for the second time. Good hold up. And here come England again. And Trippier, this is encouraging. Rashford on the left. Again, Witsel stands him up. And Rashford back to Rice. And we're in exactly the same state we were 45 seconds ago. And back it goes. Just need to keep those attacks a bit pacier than they were. Here come Belgium on the break. Lukaku, De Bruyne. Lukaku, so strong. Foul on him, but the ref lets it go. Meunier. And back into the centre half positions. Was that Destiny's Child? To the left, to the left. I think it's just Beyonce, Lee, but same singer. There we go. Since 2016, Mark Wilmots was sacked. Belgium were embarrassingly defeated by Wales. Don't think there are any other embarrassing results in that tournament. Callum says, don't care about the result. The joy of watching Kevin De Bruyne. Long diagonal here. Rashford and Meunier just robs it off him. Appears from nowhere, actually, and grabs that. Here's Maguire, who's nicely forward from centre half. Come on, keep the ball moving. Rice and Walker. James says we look a lot better with 5 at the back rather than 4. It's working so far. Just got to get those wing backs forward, haven't we? And here's Rashford again, who's had a lot of the ball. And Maguire, to be honest, England have had a lot of the ball thus far. 59% so far possession to England. Big switch of play. Trippier tries to flick it on. And somebody is offside, probably Trippier. 6 minutes, 7 minutes gone in this one. 0-0, England starting fairly well. Belgium obviously have a threat on the break and do seem reasonably happy to let England play even over the halfway line. So let's just watch out for those counter-attacks. England win the throw. Was Roberto Martinez the Wigan manager when they won the FA Cup? Let me know in the comments. I think he was, wasn't he? So he has good memories of Wembley Stadium. Walker, nice feet inside. Dyer, Maguire, come on, touch and move it. It's too slow. So I sound like a moaning fan, don't I? Here's Dyer again. I think perhaps England might be more comfortable playing the way Belgium are playing and counter-attacking. Ponderous here. De Bruyne triggers the press. And here come Belgium. England are trying to play out. And the Belgian press has worked, but it's headed back in field. A big boot forward there by Jordan Henderson. Alderweireld being chased by Rashford wins it. And Denier goes home to Mignolet, who clears with Belgium in the midfield. Now Tielemans. And again, Castagna goes all the way home to Mignolet. And Boyata has it. Belgium coming into it a little bit now. Tielemans. And that looked like a foul on Carrasco. Not given. Inside again to Tielemans. Denier. Alderweireld. And again, we get this slow game state with centre-halves on the ball. Nice give and go, though. Here come Belgium down the left-hand side with Carrasco. Lovely reverse ball. Castagna, Lukaku. Can't get the header on target. They really went into a hyper overdrive moment there and cut through England at the back fairly easily to get Castagna into that high position. Here they come again, Belgium. Denier. Carrasco, De Bruyne holds the ball, points his fingers around a few ways to signal where players should be. Is he the captain, De Bruyne? Yeah, he's got the armband. And Tielemans goes back home to Denier and Boyata. Belgium just on top now for the last sort of 2 minutes or so. Alderweireld has it now. Let's get to your comments here. Lock, yes, is another Pickford Denier here. And Martinez was the FA Cup guy. Castagna dangerous on the overlap. He's done it all the time for Leicester. Here's the other wing back. Moynier into the channel. Cuts that back low. Big chance. Carrasco 1-0 to Belgium. They take the lead on 10 minutes here. There's a bit of a slip by the England defender. Lets Carrasco get a really good strong touch. Oh, and we have a flag up. It's offside. Interesting. Watch that one back. It looked like Belgium had taken the lead there. Martinez is just having a word. Do we have VAR in this one? Oh, he is offside. Yeah. Looks like Meunier's right foot. The flag did not go up for ages and ages. I do not understand why that's surely been given by the fourth official. Surely. I'm watching the linesman the whole time, and he does that. The linesman has not got a clue what's happening there. He waits, and looks at the referee. He does not flag the whole time. There's no idea of Carrasco becoming active. That's clearly been given by someone in the referee's ear. So there you go. Conspiracy hat ahoy. We will take it. I didn't see a VAR review. I don't know whether they have VAR on this. You'd assume they do, but we'll have a look. Do we think it was offside there? Sky Sports have tweeted goal, England 0, Belgium 1. So they're behind us a little bit as well. But there you go. No VAR by the looks of it. Here come Belgium again, though. Castagna down the left. England a bit loose now. Rice has picked it up. Apparently there was, not in Liechtenstein v Gibraltar. You are a football connoisseur. Need better human rulers, says Ryan. Well, Callum says awful defending. Well, if he was offside, then they've held their line well. But yes, big gap down that right-hand side. And certainly after the ball went into Carrasco, the defending wasn't great, was it? Where are we going here? Fairly even so far, says Jordan. Belgium now getting more possession. Here comes Castagna again. Castagna and Mayhew, the two wing-backs, having a nice time the last couple of minutes, getting behind Trippier and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, I've just seen a replay. Carrasco really took Dyer to school there. It was his first touch and shift to the right. Dyer's actually falling backwards when trying to make the challenge. Short corner. Carrasco again. And he's offside. Come on. These are the number one international team. I can't believe they got caught offside from that corner. Silly Billies. Having another look now. So it's Eric Dyer in the middle who would have been playing Carrasco on. Oh, sorry, I stand corrected. It's Castagna in the way of Pickford. I'm so sorry. I've got that wrong. So it wasn't in the first instance. So Castagna runs right in front of Jordan Pickford and obviously is interfering with play when Carrasco shoots. So that's very silly from Castagna because Pickford's probably not saving that shot whether he runs in front of him or not. So, yes. In which case, I'll give the linesman a pardon there if he wasn't actually offside in the first instance. If he was, then there were two offsides. And then we get into the lovely, healthy debate of was Castagna interfering with play? It looked like he was. He ran right in front of Pickford and he's not far away when the shots actually hit. So that would make more sense than my initial thought. Gary Neville said the same as you, Ben. There we go. Wise man say. It's all right, Sky. I've only just picked that up. There we go. No banner today, says Iain. I'll just spell it wrong, won't I? Here comes Lukaku trying to run Dyer. Oh, dear. Dyer slides in. Didn't get anywhere near the ball. Lukaku went down. They're just sliding together. Yes, they're given a penalty. I thought it was the first instant. The referee had a long, hard think about it. But my first instinct was that was a penalty. Dyer slides and slides. Doesn't get anywhere near the ball. I'd need to see a replay, but in real time, I thought it was. Let me have a look. Well, it's another one of these, isn't it? Dyer is nowhere near the ball. He goes to ground. Yeah, I think it's a penalty. Lukaku, obviously, as soon as Dyer slides in, then just runs over him. But, yeah, I think that's a fair call. So penalty to Belgium. Yeah, the ref, very much. Ewan just said, are the ref in slow-mo? Seem to be, but yeah, big chance now for Belgium. Lukaku from the penalty spot. Here he comes, left-footed, three-step run-up, and he slams it in the corner. Lukaku scores 1-0 to Belgium. And it's been a rather rough 5 minutes for England, hasn't it? First of all, a couple of attacks. Let's have a look at this penalty. Slams it in the opposite corner to Pickford. And the Belgians have the lead in this one. Get your thoughts in on the penalty. Get your thoughts in on the game so far. Let's have another look. Yeah, I mean, Dyer's so silly there. Lukaku is kind of shoulder to shoulder with him. Dyer slides in and Lukaku just out-muscles him. And then they just go down together as the ball goes loose. Dyer is not going to win the ball with that tackle. So I think I'm with the ref. I think that's look, put it this way, even if I'm not going to sit here and say that's a definite pen, I am going to say, why is Dyer diving in like that and giving the ref the chance? When he's shoulder to shoulder, he knows Lukaku's going to outmuscle him. Look at the strength of the bloke, for God's sake. 1-0 Belgium. Let's put the banner up. Let's have a little look at... Can you get your thoughts in on the penalty for me, please, guys? What you think on that one? Agree, disagree with me. However you want to do it politely. As Sky can now actually put up that it's 1-0 to Belgium. Lukaku surprises defenders with his speed still. Yeah, he's quite the physical specimen, Lukaku. Probably a challenge an international defender shouldn't be making. Yeah, agree. Damn it, you're ahead of me, even with the lag of live streaming. 100% definite penalty. No Calvin, no party. Not so far, Kieran. Shouldn't be sliding in the box. Not unless you're taking the ball, Wheelock, young team. I totally agree with you. Fulham 1958 says Eric Dyer would make Fulham's defence worse. Penalty all day long. FFS Dyer. Yeah. What is this reffing? It was strange, wasn't it? 2 decisions now where they appear to have just not been making them. And then just all of a sudden, right, it's a penalty. Unless he was genuinely having to think about it. So taking the mick with the run-up. Yeah, he fooled Pickford with that run-up, didn't he? South get out. Has to be a pen when he misses the ball. Sometimes even if it does hit the ball. I think I know what you mean, Locke. Yes. Lukaku is a monster in counters. Isn't he just horrible to defend against when he gets moving? Romello. Lukaku. Callum says Lukaku has 53 goals for Belgium. Wow. How many has Cristiano Ronaldo got for Portugal? That's just an obscene number, isn't it? Unbelievable. 25-1 on both teams to score a pen. Come on, bits. David Marshall. Little tangent there from Lewis. One of the best signers in the Championship. Played beautifully when I was at Norwich this past or a week ago. Given away by Rashford to De Bruyne. Wrong guy to give it to. De Bruyne, edge of the box. Ooh. Hits the shot left-footed. Too close to Pickford, who makes the save. When you see Kevin De Bruyne in that position, you think, right, okay, goal. But there you go. England on the ropes here. Belgium well on top, aren't they? Did Lukaku's run-up look similar to Johnny Wilkinson? Little bit. Yeah, I suspect De Bruyne would have wanted that on his right foot, but still, he's probably a top 50 player in the world with his left foot, isn't he, De Bruyne, let alone his right? With covering so many teams, it's cool to now see us all supporting one. Absolutely, Jay. There we go. You got the score right. Well done. Thank you, David. I kept giving Coventry goals the other night when I didn't score them. It's going to be a long evening, says Red Dog. Ronaldo apparently has 101 goals to Lukaku's 57. What a player Cristiano Ronaldo has been, hey? We'll tell our grandkids about him, hopefully. De Bruyne. Looking for Lukaku in the front. Lukaku, we look terrified of him at the moment. He crosses in and Dyer heads away. Carrasco. De Bruyne in a crossing position on the right. Lovely little nutmeg by De Bruyne. Carrasco blocked out by Rice. Carrasco again. Nice feet. De Bruyne crosses it. This is not nice viewing. Witsel on the volley. Oof. Just wide there. I think by... Was that Castagna or is that Meunier? Let's have a look here. De Bruyne crosses that one in. It's headed across. I think it's Meunier. He doesn't quite catch the volley, but he didn't need to because with the element of surprise. Oh, that's not far off. Unlucky there, the right wing back. Belgian, all over us. Absolutely all over us. There we go. Adam says, who have I got for the Championship top 2 this season now? My rules, Adam, are that I can't go back on my predictions. So we're just going to have to stick with... Who did I have? Norwich and Watford, I think, is the top 2. I've got to stick with them. Here come Belgium again. That Coventry stream. Yeah, not my best tech-wise, was it? Let's just say. Tielemans, De Bruyne. The less I say De Bruyne's name, the better. From an England point of view. Probably from an entertainment point of view, the more I say his name, the better. But let's admit our biases here today and say I am hoping for an England win. Not looking like one at the moment. Here's Carrasco. Tries to go through a gap that's too small. Lovely skill by Jordan Henderson. And De Bruyne fouls him. Probably the top 2 for football of the year there. Henderson and De Bruyne. De Bruyne's left is almost as good as his right. There you go. God forbid they had Hazard and Courtois in this team. Yeah. Phillips on the bench, Robert. We may well see him later. Jamie says, Southgate, why would you change the formation? Well, I think we know the reason why, Jamie. He really was eager to match up with Belgium. On the basis of minutes 10 to 21, it's not working. Although England did play well for the first 11, I have to say. We have 2 balls on the pitch. Trippier is going to take a throw-in. Match their strength. Bring on Akinfenwa. I'm glad for Lukaku, says Jordan. Scapegoat at United. Dyer has the ball. Carrasco is some player. He's very stupid. Left for China when he should be approaching his prime. Wow. Could have been a world beater. Oh, well. Show me the money. Am I doing Watford Derby? Yes, we're doing Watford Derby, Lewis. Please come and give us your Derby knowledge on that one. That will be on Friday night, and we suspect our stream to be interrupted all night by transfers. Trent Alexander-Arnold down the right wing, and he wins a corner off Castagna. Carl just got in. Cody on the bench? Yes, indeed. Jay has Norwich and Bournemouth as his top 2. Yeah, I keep getting these messages saying, Ben, you said so-and-so is going to finish where? What do you think now? And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. Either we all predict at the beginning and wait till the end, or we just don't bother. Can't hold me to the standard of knowing nothing at the start of the season. And then after we've got 4 weeks of knowledge, then can't do that. That's not the rules I play by. In comes the corner for England. It's going to go safe out to Rice. Henderson, big booming cross to the back post. Trippier tries to get the header across. Pretty poor there. Heads it straight out of play. Way too much space given to Belgium in the middle of the park. Well, remember, Locke, yes, we've got 3 centre-backs. We've got 2 wing-backs and essentially 2 wide forwards. So there will be whopping spaces in the middle of the pitch. Unless we get our front players narrow, but then that turns into a 5-4-1 very quickly and is a very defensive shape when you don't have the ball, which I'm seeing right now. Into Lukaku in the box, holds it up, feeds it back to Tielemans, and we have an offside. Belgium look very dangerous, don't they? Where do I stand on Southgate as a manager? Well, it's like the impossible job, isn't it? So I'm fine with him. I don't really know anyone who could do any better. We're just seeing the offside goal, and Castagna is right in front of Pickford. I don't know who we would drop in right now who would have us any better. I don't know without sort of 2 or 3 years to work on stuff with players. So stick with it. Another tournament, I guess. Would be my view. Other opinions are allowed. Witsel out to Mounier. And Henderson sweeps that up. Maguire back to Henderson. Craig said shouldn't be any space if they're matching up. There you go. Maybe one team's more fluid than the other, Craig. Maguire. Trippier, Rashford, and back to Dyer. Spare man at the back every time, isn't there? Big booming ball forward down the left channel. Rashford. Mounier physical with him, but wins it. And it is cleared by the Belgians. Could I do a dearly departed team of the season? I would love to, Kieran. And I surely will. Lockyer says Cody was class last season. Wolves fans have questioned his performance lately. The standards at Wolves have gone way up. Deadline. Oh, is it 5 p.m, Ewan? That would be good news for our stream then, won't it? I didn't realise. Thank you. I wondered whether it was 11 p.m, but thank you for the polite correction. James would like to see Cody in a back five, which he is very used to. Ben Rama, close on a West Ham move. Is it finally going to happen? It finally happened. It finally happened. Oh, yes. We'll throw in some Name That Tune throughout the night. Jaggy says Ireland v Wales was probably the most boring game he's ever watched. Hey ho. Robert says Southgate, yes man. To be fair, his awesome tournament lost twice to the only decent teams we've played. Southgate went down, in my mind, once he continued to punish PF and MG. That's Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, and let the other three back. I do like Mason Greenwood. He looks like a superb player, doesn't he? Get him in the England squad again. Iain knows what song I was singing, doesn't he? You're singing his super. Thanks, Red, though. We'll throw in a few more so you can name the tune first. Here is Meunier. I don't want to talk about this game because Belgium are by far the better team, aren't they? Lukaku, switch of play. Trent with a good header to get underneath that. West Ham can have Manning for 5 million. That would be a bit bargainous, wouldn't it, QPR? Keep us updated on that. Jagger regretting not calling up Pat Bamford. It's been too long. We haven't had a Pat Bamford mention yet in the stream. Now, Mick asked, can we have a tune on the keyboard? Now, soon, yes. I need to just get a little amp for up here because at the moment, I've just got the earphone set up and because it's a flashy keyboard, it doesn't have any built-in speakers. So you can't just yet, but yeah, soon we'll be able to lean over there and play a tune at some point. Just nice to have the old girl back, isn't it, hey? Wales don't really have a plan other than counter-attack. And Gareth Bale, I guess. Carl says, I just got cut off in spoons for joining in a Mexican wave. Told we saw you on CCTV. Oh, dear, Carl. You're in trouble. Spoons. Ben Rama has to be in the Premier League. Soon, my friend. Soon. And there you have it. Dun-dum, dun-dum, dun-dum. If we hadn't got Rafinha, yeah, we wondered about Ben Rama, didn't we? And Ben White, Rafinha, and Robin Koch. A long shopping list they've got. Nice to see they had a plan B on their recruitment, though. The magnificent turnaround of Pat Bamford. How he was ridiculed. Suddenly become a goal machine, says Craig. Hey, some of us understood what was going on all the time. And there is evidence of this on the internet. So I will not be classed as one of the ones that ridiculed. I even did a video. You can check that out. Is Bamford as bad as everybody says? The answer was no, obviously. But hey, groupthink. We don't like groupthink. We like people to have their own opinions here on the channel. And my own opinion here is that Belgium are the better side. Shall we bring some stats up and see what the numbers say about this England performance thus far? They don't read very well from an attacking point of view. You're going to be annoyed when you see these guys. 51% possession for the Belgians. But look at that. 5 shots to 0. 2 on target to 0. 2 off target to 0. 1 blocked to 0. Okay, we've had a corner. 2 big chances for the Belgians. A big chance missed, and they're out passing us as well. But Rashford has it. And here's Trippier. Trippier back into Rashford. Rashford to Rice. Belgian good defensive shape. Can we play through? Rice, Maguire. Give it to Rashford, for goodness sake. Rashford again. And Trippier inside onto his right foot. Rashford. It's very slow. If only we had a player who was really good at dribbling on the bench, hey? Grealish. And it's hung into the back post, and Calvert-Lewin is unable to head that one on target. Yes, it was a deep dive, wasn't it? All the Wrens fans start attacking Leeds fans on Twitter. Rafinha is a brilliant player. I know nothing about him, so I very much look forward to seeing him play. Yellow card here for Declan Rice, who looks very indignant about the fact that he got the ball. I can't believe pro footballers still argue this. I got the ball. I think referees should be allowed to send footballers off who say, I got the ball. It's literally not the laws anymore, is it? So you maimed him, Declan Rice. He's got 2 broken legs and a broken neck, but you got the ball. Don't worry. Tremendous. Very good defensive shape, indeed. Dinea and cleared there. Southgate switches to double pivot to sacrifice attacking for stability. Still concedes 2 big chances. Tactical mastermind. You're very right, Daniel. You are right. And the sound of sarcasm rings true through your comment. I know what you mean. But yes, I agree. I really like the Dutch duo of Van Dijk and Drury. Think they can make the final of 2022. No shots. Shocking. None thus far. We are 32 minutes in. It's less the shots that's worrying me. Who was the commenter there? QPR forever. It's less the shots that's worrying me, but the fact that when we do get into good attacking positions, the attacks seem to slow down and we're not even of a mind to make an opening. Remember, key passes leads to shots. And if there's no key passes, there's no shots. And again, we have the ball. If the game state stays like this, it just smacks of Grealish, doesn't it? If they're behind the ball, get someone who can draw a player in and have players run off him. But yeah, Belgium look really comfortable now, don't they? If there was a pampered player league, England would be world champions. Here's Rice. Mount. Ain't no mountain high enough. Walker. Yeah, England's progressive passing is not where it should be in this game, is it? Can anyone pass through the lines or quickly into space? I'm not seeing it yet. Touch and play it. Not happening. Dyer. So slow. And this Belgium are really happy to not press our centre-halves. It's so obvious as well. And our centre-halves aren't providing quality ball through the lines here. And Maguire does. Excellent. Prove me wrong. Here comes Calvert-Lewin into the channel. And go figure, the one time we do see it, we force a corner within seconds. So that's what we need more of. Is Dendoncker on the bench? Yes. England half asleep. No ambition or pace. And that ball needs to move quicker as well, doesn't it? I'm not saying back to front quicker, but in terms of the snap of the passing. Anyway, let's be optimistic. We have a corner. Trippier is going to take it from the left wing. In it comes in swinger, and it's easy for Mignolet. Too much hang on the corner. Oh, God, here comes Carrasco. He is dribbling forward. It looks like about a 4-on-5, and we get a bit of a lucky bounce there, and it's gone back home to Pickford. England look boring and predictable, says Jess. We need to drop the likes of Rashford, Mount, Trippier, 2 defensive midfielder to let the creatives in. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Because in this system, Jez, the idea is that you're going to get your attacking thrust from the 2 wing-backs, Trippier and Trent, and then Mount, as you mentioned, and Rashford. But if we can't get them on the ball in decent areas, then it's not going to work, is it? And obviously, in that system, Rice and Henderson have to sit, else we're going to be so open it's not true. So, yeah, not working. Here is Rashford. Trippier overlaps him. Rashford, come on, move it quicker. Belgium back behind the ball, and another really ponderous England attack here. Rice into Henderson, who plays it around the corner to Mount. Henderson was trying to speed up the attack there, and Henderson's trying to get forward. Rashford runs into the box, and Alderweireld sees that one out. Meunier tries to clear. It's broken for Rashford. Rashford a little bit too clever for his own good there. Tried to do what would have been an awesome trick there, rolling his foot over the ball and then, sorry, I punched the mic there, and then flinging it back. But it didn't quite work, did it? Rice off, Grealish in. Let Hendo do Grealish's defending for him, give him freedom to create. It does smack of Grealish at the moment, this game, I must say. Or we have to up our pattern of play. Corner for England. And it goes from the left. Maguire was up there with Boyata, who wins the header. And I think it's going to be another corner. QPR in for Flint and Mowat. Oh, I like Mowat. Mowat would be good with Warburton, actually. It'd be a good signing. I can't read that because I can't read Arabic. But it says Ben Rama is a great player, but the nationality plays one of the best attackers and promoters like Sterling. Oh, give us the name then. What's going on here in the box? Oh, we have a penalty. It must have been a pull by Meunier. And out of nowhere, having not been in the game, England have a penalty. And Jordan Henderson has won us a penalty there. Yeah, well done, Henderson. So Henderson gets goal side of Meunier. He sticks his hand on his shoulder. Henderson goes down. Again, we have the conversation. Is it enough force to bring down an athlete? No. But Henderson goes down, and fair call by the ref. Here comes Rashford. He's going to be about a 4 or 5 step run up. He's going to hit it right-footed. He is straight on. Come on, Rashford. Let's get the equaliser. 2 side steps left. Rashford steps up, pauses his run up, and hits the penalty into the corner. 1-1. We don't deserve it, but England are level, probably with the first shot on target in the game. Well done, Henderson, for winning the penalty, and well done Rashford, tucks that home. Similar ploy to Lukaku up the other end, pausing the run up, and now hopefully the England players can reset this game and have a better go at it than they have for the last 25 minutes. Silly really from Meunier. Sorry, just pulled my headphones out. There you go. I can hear myself again. Silly from Meunier, and Henderson does some people would say unprofessional thing, but does the professional thing. He goes down and wins us the penalty. So I'll take it. And it is a 1-1. Let me update the banner. And I think we're going to owe someone congratulations who had a bet on 2 penalty goals in this game. So tremendous work. Tremendous work. Let's get in the chat there. As Rice wins it back. So England have got a second chance now. Let's see if they can move the ball quicker with more confidence and try and get the players that are supposed to be, the attacking influences on the ball in good positions. Let's see. Yeah, right. That's where we were. Penalty, Pen. 25-1. Where was it? It was Bits. Bits says no way. How much did you have on Bits? Go and buy a nice bottle of champagne. Who had the bet on? Who had money on it? Brilliant. Set piece FC. Yeah. Winning a pen from a corner, scoring the pen. Here's Carrasco. Alexander-Arnold gives that one away to Tielemans, Witsel, De Bruyne. De Bruyne into Carrasco. Big shove there on Lukaku, but he's strong enough to bounce off it. Nice little flip down the line by Meunier, who conceded the penalty. Carrasco knocks it back in. Surely there was a foul on Carrasco after the ball had gone there. Referee lets that one go. I think we'll probably see a replay of that. Nice one round the corner from Calvert-Lewin. Our Mount was in good position there, and he just hit it ahead. And Dinea was able to win that there. But all it takes is a little ball around the corner, a ball between the lines. That's what England haven't done in this game. That's what maybe they've done in the last few minutes. How am I, Benjamin Bloom? I'm a legend. Thank you. I'm great. All the better for that goal. I'll take it, but this half is not sustainable. We will lose the game if the second half is the same as this, so we need to improve, but I'll take it for now. Henderson. England ending the half a lot better than that long middle phase up to the goal. Maguire. Well done, Bits. Nice pen by Rashford. Hopefully boosts his confidence. Bits, that's Bits' reaction to winning his bet. He's given me a 10% cut. Outstanding, Bits. Thank you so much. Bits has obviously just won 250 quid for 2 penalty goals. So we'll take that all day long. Good work to you, Bits. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. And what a great bet, hey? Done within 35 minutes. Very generous as well. Very kind. And Carrasco is in behind and he's dragged that wide. And no foul was given, in which instance, that is a hell of a miss. Lukaku has it. Carrasco is onside, in behind, holds off Trippier. Terrible finish by Carrasco, who had the ball in the net earlier in the game and really drags that wide. Should have been 2-1 Belgium there. Big miss by Carrasco there. Again, the Belgians straight back into creating chances. Well done, Bits. Does anyone know who caused the pen for Belgium? Yes, Carl, it was the number 15. Look on the top of the picture there. Thomas Meunier, the right wing back. Hope he had a grand on it. No, sadly not. But hey, 250 quid. Look at that. 10% to me. How very kind, Bits. Thank you. Rashford into the box in the corner. Inside. Oh, De Bruyne just back and winning that one. F the bookie, says Joe. Sweet, Bits. Fair play, Bits. What a legend. Hey? We have a weird user in the chat here. I've just blocked them, so please don't reply. They're gone. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you, Bits. What a guy. He wouldn't let me give you 25. Mate, you're too kind. You don't have to give me anything, but there we go. Mick Ness says, the football is dire. I'm looking forward to my tea. Enjoy your tea. Here's Lukaku again. Oh, God, when he gets the ball on the run, he's dangerous. Nearly as dangerous as De Bruyne, who has it. Here's Meunier. Back to De Bruyne. Witsel. Meunier. Oh, God, they've got De Bruyne into space in the box. De Bruyne, oh, he tried to cut it back. I think it's cleared by Henderson, who spotted that one. Two things I don't like when I'm watching England v Belgium. One is Belgium counter and Lukaku has the ball on the run against our three centre-backs and De Bruyne in any kind of space. I don't want to see either of those things. Not good for my blood pressure. Rice and Trippier, poor clearance. Oh, tried to nudge it through there, Tielemans, but gave it away. Jamie says, we're playing so open, lacking creativity, so disappointed. Bring on the super subs. I think, Jamie, the annoying thing is we're not actually that open in terms of men behind the ball, but they're playing through us very easily and making us look open, aren't they? I mean, goodness. Noel has been re-employed. Outstanding work, Noel. Very happy to hear that. You really don't have to donate. Get your first pay packet in the bank and get yourself a nice bottle of wine. But tell us about the job. Great news. So many people on the chat this past few months have been made redundant or fired or had to retrain or, like me, told their profession is not viable. So congratulations, Noel. Great news. Jess says, couldn't name our best 11 or tactic now. I suspect Harry Kane would be in it, but there you go. With too much talent going forward almost. Yeah, sometimes that confuses the pattern of play, doesn't it? Iain, I'll do a separate video on that, unless we have a look at it at half-time, but I'll just go off on one again, won't I? Maybe we will. Lukaku's strength is crazy, isn't it? Very hard player to defend against. Get Phillips on. He'll mark KDB. I'd like Phillips on, hitting some switches of play. It's half-time here. Half-time. Noel has got a job in PC Tech Nice one. Good work. And just anybody who is out of a job at the moment, just good luck. Things will come back around. And we know that if you're conscientious and hardworking, you'll be all right. And I know it's rubbish, but you'll get there, honestly. Bits is a legend. Do you have a bet on the final score? Yeah. Bits, can you give us betting tips? Do you know what? We will have a look at what Iain was asking about. What are my views on Rick Parry supporting proposals by Liverpool and Manchester United closed shop American-style cartel? If you guys are happy for me to have a little look at that, then we will do so during half-time. Just have a quick look. There's another couple of comments coming. I don't want to hear Snoop Dogg singing about Just Eat Again. Jimmy says the only key pass of the game is from Hendo and it required him to go down at contact. Well played to Henderson, though. He felt the arm on his shoulder and he got us a goal, basically. So good luck to him. Jay says, am I the only outraged that this tournament still happens? We'll hear about COVID affecting other countries. So why are teams going abroad for a pointless tournament? Well, there is that. Half-time rant could come a thing. Yeah, couldn't it? Should have kept the 11 that played in midweek. Yeah, it does feel a bit odd to, completely switch from one to the other. But there we go. Yeah, good luck to everyone else in the chat. RE work. What is this thing called that let me Google it, that they've been talking about? Is it called like Project Big Picture or something? What was it called? This thing that these people. Now, can I read this Telegraph article without subscribing to it? I don't think I can. Let me just find a good version of the story, guys, and we will have a look. The Guardian, do I have to subscribe to read that? Yes, I'm happy. Right. Should we have a look at this? Hit the like button for Ben. It helps. Dan says, Project Blatant Power Grab. We'll get to it. We need a rant from Ben. I've watched this one about 10 times. Thank you, Jason. Shaylee's in bed with a headache, Jay, so I'm sure you wish her well. Yeah, she went off for a quick nap, so I don't know whether we're going to see her, so we'll go down and check. I hope she's okay. Right. We've been asked, and I will talk about it, and I don't want to get into Ben's halftime rant or whatever it might become, because we want to tell the truth and we want to give our honest opinions. So I will do just that. And we're looking at Project Big Picture. Premier League and EFL plan radical reform to avoid crisis. Let me remove the banner and you can have a good look and a read of this with me at the same time. And I'll give my thoughts as we go. Plans for the radical reform of English football, which could include sharing Premier League TV revenue with the EFL, but also a concentration of power amongst the big six clubs, are being actively considered at the top of the game. Well, let me react bit by bit. First things first, we desperately need one of those things to happen. We desperately need the Premier League TV money to be more evenly spread. We all know that. We all understand that. At the moment, we have a situation where if you finish bottom of the Premier League, you make £100 million from TV money. If you finish in the playoff final and lose in the Championship, you make £7 million TV money. So that's a massive gap. And then they try and do it with the parachute teams and bridge the gap. I have for ages said the amount of money that the Premier League hands down to the EFL is enough. But giving 45 million to each of the three relegated teams and then 7 million to everyone else and then 2.5 million or what it is in, TV money then. So 4.5 million solidarity payments. And then it's not the amount that's the issue. It's the difference in what the top 20 teams get to the parachute teams, to the non-parachute teams. It needs to go like that. We understand. We get it. Liverpool should make more money than Barnsley. We get it. That's fine. We're all happy with that. We just want the sliding scale. So, and no offense to these teams, but Norwich last year finished bottom of the Premier League, made 100 million quid TV money. Good luck to them. And now we're making 45 million quid parachute money. Good luck to them. Not their fault. fine. And Brentford, as I mentioned, who finished in the playoff final, will make 4.5 million solidarity and 7 million in TV money. There's the problem. So a Premier League team will be getting 100 million. A relegated Premier League team will be getting 45, 50 million. And then a decent, just missed the Premier League Championship team is getting 10 or 11 million. There's your issue, that it doesn't slide. Now, the problem in the first paragraph of that report, let me bring it back up, is they want to share the Premier League TV money more, but with a concentration of power amongst the big six clubs. So that immediately just rings alarm bells for anybody who is not one of the big six clubs, doesn't it? Honestly, if there's a situation where the big six clubs get a bit more, and it's not disproportionately more than the other 14 in the Premier League, and it evens everything else up down the pyramid, I'm okay with that. If the big six clubs get disproportionately more, way more, like we already have, where the parachute clubs get way more, the Premier League club get way more than the rest of the Championship. The Championship get way more than the rest of the League One teams, etc. Look, by the way, I don't have a problem with the fact that if you're a league high, you make more money. It's when you have the divisions within the league, it gets screwy, because then you get people gambling. Then you get Chancery at Wednesday and Trillion at Birmingham and Morris at Derby gambling to try and go against the parachute teams. That's when you get crazy, stupid, dumb spending and FFP and all of that stuff. So if this is the big six want to take disproportionately all the power, I don't agree. If it's a little bit more and it solves the rest of the problems for the 92, then I'm okay with that. But I don't support one of the other 14 teams in the Premier League. If I'm supporting one of the other 14 teams in the Premier League, I'm like, hang on a minute. Is this a bit sneaky from the big six? Are they now getting in bed with the EFL because they can then get the backing of another 72 teams to shut us 14 out? If that's the case, I'd be a bit worried about that if I was one of the other 14 teams. And I mean, who are the big six? Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Everton, Leicester, Wolves. Who are the big six? Who decides who the big six are? Is it the ones that draw the most money, that turn over the most money, that have the biggest fan base, that have had the highest average league position in Premier League history? I don't know. Let's read a little bit more of the article. Let me go to split screen for you guys. Get your comments in on what I'm saying. Known as Project Big Picture, the plans have been devised by the owners of Liverpool and Man U, but embraced by the EFL. Interesting. If agreed by the Premier League as a whole, the reforms would stave off immediate financial crisis that threatens to swallow the game. There you go. Here we are, riding in on our white horses, Man United and Liverpool saving the entire EFL. That's the pitch, isn't it? That's the pitch. They would also bring to an abrupt end the structures that have been in place for more than 25 years. According to details reported in the Telegraph, Project Big Picture would involve the Premier League, giving 25% TV to the EFL and bringing an end to parachute payments. Well, I don't mind that at all. Parachute payments really suck. They've really distorted the Championship and the EFL really since 2014-15, when it went down to 3 payments instead of 4. And you're giving 3 teams 45 million quid that's off the books of FFP. Doesn't work. It's rubbish. So I'm all for that. It would also involve the top flight shrinking from 20 to 18 and Championship playoffs, including the 16th place. Oh, my God. Premier League side who would compete to stay up against 3 promotion hopefuls. Right. First of all, I don't have an issue with the Premier League going down to 18 teams. I do have an issue with the Championship teams playing off against the Premier League team. No, just no. Not for me. It's a matter of opinion, this. But my opinion is you have a league system. You play against the teams in your league to get to the next league. You don't play against the teams in the league above. No. What's the point in having a league system if the playoffs are going to be against the... I don't like that at all. I know they did it in the early 80s, and go figure, they ditched it. Look, Ipswich lost to Charlton in the 1987 or something playoff that way. I don't agree with that at all. And if you had that currently, there'd be no point having the playoffs, because essentially you could have... Well, who would you have had last season? Fulham versus... I don't know, it would have been Aston Villa would have been the same playoff final as the year before. But the only way that will work is if the money is really split evenly. So the team in the Championship actually has a remote chance of winning a game against the team 16th in the Premier League. If it's 16th in the Premier League playing off against 3rd in the Championship or what have you, and it's 100 million quid income against 7 million quid income, no, don't like it. Absolutely not, because that stacks the deck in the favour of the Premier League team and essentially really affects the chances of 3 teams coming up out of the Championship every season. My first reaction is I'm not in favour of that proposal at all. I want the playoffs to be contested between Championship teams would be my initial view. I'm reading this for the first time. In return, however, the voting structure of the Premier League would be abandoned. Instead of one club, one vote, and a majority of 14 long-term shareholders, 9 longest-serving teams in the league. The group comprises the Big Six plus, who is the Big Six? As it told me, and I've scanned over it, plus Everton, Southampton and West Ham would be a long-term shareholder. Do you know what? In principle, I don't have a big issue with that. As long as the voting power is not, massively in their favour, like they get 4 votes to, or a power of 4 to 1. Do you know what I mean? They get essentially 4 votes on anything. If it was just a little nudge more for the teams that had been successful and been in the Premier League for years, I don't have an issue with that, as long, and I said this about the top 6, as it's not disproportionate in favour. Yeah? I don't have an issue with that. That is okay by me. I get that. That makes some sense. Other proposed changes. Where am I reading? Sorry. Reported scrapping of the League Cup and Community Shield, and the launch of a Premier League Summer Tournament. God. Not asked about the League Cup. It feels like the Champions League has just made it arbitrary and worthless now, doesn't it? I don't know what a Premier League Summer Tournament is. 14 Premier League teams would have to vote in favour. There's your issue. But can you see the way they've done it? By offering Everton, Southampton the extra power. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we need to be sensible about this. So from reading the article, and I'll get to your comments in a sec, from reading the article, my view is some of this is okay. Yeah? Some of it is okay, but the devil is in the detail. If they're going to split the money more evenly down the pyramid, yes, big thumbs up from me. If they're going to get rid of the parachute payments, yes, absolutely. I'm fine with that. I do not agree with the Championship playoff involving the 16th team in the Premier League. I don't like that. That's an opinion. That's my taste. You play in a division. You play against the teams in that division to get promoted into the next division. If the team in the division isn't good enough to stay in that division against those teams, relegate them. Get out. That feels like taking a promotion away from the Championship, which I'm against. Now, in terms of the shareholder power, I don't have an issue with people like Manchester United, Arsenal, all these teams we mentioned that have been in the Premier League the whole time, have raised loads of money for the Premier League, have tons and tons of fans. I don't have an issue with them having more voting power than teams that have only been in the Premier League for 2 years or something. That's fine, as long as it's not disproportionately more. So my view on all of this is the devil is in the detail. If it's not an overt power grab by the top 6, using the EFL as leverage and trying to hook in teams like West Ham, Southampton and Everton, trying to pull their vote in on extra special voting privileges, I'm against that. But if this is honourable and the power is not disproportionately grabbed and the parachute payments go and the money is distributed evenly down the pyramid and further down into League One, then some of this could work. It's not awful, awful, awful. The devil is in the detail. As I say, if the detail is this is a power grab, the top 6 want to move away from the next 14. They're using the EFL and the long-serving clubs as leverage, and they're going to disproportionately take a load of power, and they don't really care about the pyramid, then I am against it. Whew. Right, those are my immediate thoughts. I've tried to read both sides. I'm not just going to go down the big club, oppressors, everybody else oppressed. Let's be sensible about it. That is my initial view on this. And the players are out for the second half, and I need to get to your comments on this. So let me know what you think. Let's try and be sensible. Let's try and respect other people's views. And the second half has kicked off. Let's have a look here. There was loads and loads of comments. So we'll try and get a few of these in. Woo! These rants, they really take it out of you. Craig says, as Belgium have the ball in the second half, 1-1. I'll try and do both at once here. Only good thing is the extra money, the rest of it not good. Yeah, well, let's wait for the detail on the rest of it. And the extra money is a good thing. We know that, don't we? Let's have a look here. The only gripe I have with England is that it shouldn't be monopolised by Sky or pay-per-view. We're talking about the actual England game. Sorry, Bits. Let's have a look. Iain says, is it worth all the concessions to save the struggling clubs? Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, we need to know what the concessions are. But if we're giving away all of our pyramid's power to 6 clubs, then that's not a good thing. We need to know. We need to know what the detail is, don't we? Oliver says, anything the Premier poses, I would reject only for themselves. Where is the small? Yeah, exactly. We need to see the detail, don't we? We really, really need to see. Here is Carasso looking for Lukaku, and it is cleared by England. Yes, FIFA 21 giveaway has 45 minutes to go. Go and get involved here. Let's have a look. Bit says, poor Barnsley, always a small club. It's just one that came. I was trying to think of a club that just finished in the Championship. So there we go. It makes a change from the Millers. Or Luton. They don't like being called that, do they? What is this? If not a rant, it was, wasn't it? Sorry. We'll continue to have this discussion. Football all about the money now. No respect for fans unless they buy tickets. Football isn't about the football anymore. That is very true. Very, very true. I like the Championship more now than the Prem. The Big Six, apparently the 6 who have been in the Premier League the longest. I don't think they were they, Craig? I think it was 6 of the big ones and then a little concession to Everton, West Ham and Southampton, who I think are the other ones. Just another example of the top Premier League clubs trying to exploit the situation for their own means. As short-sighted as risking the pyramid by not financially aiding the EFL now. Again, it could be that way. If it's a bad deal, then that's what will happen. I don't want to sound like President Trump, but it needs to be a good deal. I make good deals. It's a great deal. I make good deals. It's crap, says Josh. The playoffs are a scam then. I don't like the playoff thing one bit. Here come England. Rashford in down the left-hand side. Carries it too far. Wants to come in on his right foot. Feeds it back to Calvert-Lewin, who smashes it over the bar. The Big Six, Ipswich and who? Indeed. Yes, but to Josh's point, I really don't like the playoff idea. Don't like that at all. I guess their argument will be we're taking the Premier League down to 20T from 20 to 18. So we can't fathom having 3 promotion places. Hey, honestly, no, I can't not have the playoffs in the Championship. I love it too much. But I don't want, relegate the 3rd Premier League team. The cream need to rise, don't they? Craig says, don't agree with it at all, apart from the extra money for the EFL. Yep. And again, let's wait for the detail. The relegation playoff proposal is an obvious plot to buy off lower. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. Totally right. League system has worked for years and fans enjoy it. Why do the FA want to change things to benefit the Premier League? I guess the only reason why is they have all the cash, don't they? And they're the only ones who can save us if the government don't want to do it. Agree, says Brian. Noel asked about the FIFA 21 draw. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to have some dinner. I'm probably going to clip that rant and put it up on YouTube. We'll do the FIFA draw in the morning. Okay. The Premier League suggesting something stacking in their favour, really. Look, I don't have an issue with the Premier League, with it being in the Premier League's favour. This is capitalist life. It's always going to be the rich get to call the shots. I don't have a problem with that as long as it's not, and I keep using the word, disproportionately in their favour. That's all we want. Look, of course Liverpool and Manchester United should get more TV money. Of course they should. They bring in way more TV viewers. That's capitalism. We get it. Fine. But should we try and split things a bit more evenly, and then whoop-de-doo, we might even get a better product lower down that more people would want to watch, right? If the cream rises and it's all more sustainable. So there we go. Without mentioning names, there are some teams that didn't really deserve a place in the Prem this year. If they had taken the place of a top championship side, it would have been very wrong. Indeed. And we need to Carl's point, there needs to be jeopardy for these Premier League teams. Yeah? It needs to be an issue for them to get relegated. They need to attack and try and score goals and not just know that if they get relegated, they can just spend the parachute money and try and get back up again. I know it doesn't always work that way, but there needs to be jeopardy. They need to know if they get relegated, they're coming down into a competitive league. So, yes. Ewan says, what's the point only having 18 teams? Well, the reason they would only have 18 teams is obviously to streamline the product, give the players some more time so they're not playing ridiculous amounts of games, although they're straight away talking about a Premier League summer thing or whatever. So whether that would even happen or not. And to give a bit more space for the Champions League, I guess. There you go. I think we're there. Trump is writing a book. You're going to buy it. It'd certainly be an interesting read. Put it that way. I don't know if I want to line his pockets anymore, but hey, he's going to be rich. I'd certainly like to see what it says, but I prefer it to be ghost written rather than him writing it. There we go. QPR says, yes, I need the extra toilet paper. Here is Mount down the right-hand side. Henderson headed across by Trippier. Calvert-Lewin. And he falls backwards. Was he fouled? The ref gives it one of those and says, get up. Right, guys, thank you so much. And what I would like to say, as usual, and I'm not blowing smoke, this is the best channel for this type of debate. We don't get nonsense in the comments. We get sensible views. I try and frame it in a way that plays both sides so we can make an informed decision. We're not just going to get me ranting and raving that this is all wrong, and we're going to read both sides. We're going to look at the facts and we have a good debate. And thank you for being so willing to have an honest conversation. So brilliant stuff. Thank you guys as well. Here's Trippier, corner from the right-hand side. In it comes. Oh, in the middle of the box was Dyer there. Couldn't quite get free of Witsel. Let's get back in the game here. It's England 1, Belgium 1. We've gone off on a bit of a tangent. It was good fun, though, wasn't it? Let me know your feedback in the chat, guys. What we can do in the watch-alongs is we can make half-time into an opinion and a debate. If you want to do that, it seems quite popular, and we can decide during the first half what the topic is going to be. You guys can have a think, and then I can have a, try and frame it. We can come back. So if that's something that might be more interesting than addressing the first half and all the numbers and all of that jargon, then do let me know, and we can make half time in the watch-alongs. We can we'll make a little pithy title for it. Not Ben's halftime rant, or the halftime topic, or the halftime topic talk, team talk. I don't know. Here's Henderson. Slides that one through. Can Mount get there first? Did he win the corner off Boyata? Yes, he did. 1-1. Let me bring up SofaScore on the other screen. So hopefully you guys can have a little look at the numbers and we can see what the stats are saying. England playing better this second half. More thrust, although they did start the first half well, didn't they? You can see the metrics coming back in England's favour. Here's Trippier with the corner, right-footed. Hell of a charge by Calvert-Lewin. I mean, we say Lukaku's a powerful guy. Look at the leap there on Calvert-Lewin. Real powerful jump there. I mean, look, Lukaku's actual genetics, because he's as wide as he is fast and powerful. But Calvert-Lewin, we've got one of our own there who is, that leap, a very good physical specimen. Up top. Let's have a look here. Great community this year, Noel. It's fabulous, isn't it? It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want the ranting and raving Arsenal fan TV. Look, the income would be nice, but it wouldn't be me. I'd be fake. So, it is great. Agreed, says Iain. Superb. Halftime debates and Shaylee when she's well, yeah. Halftime, 15 minutes it's not Craig, is it? It's really not. Heretic says, no way was that a penalty. The Belgian player merely stood their ground and then decided to get out of the way. Calvert-Lewin, who was backing in. Is this the recent corner? I didn't see a penalty, so I think I agree with you. What if Premier League club affiliates with League One and then do away with under 23 football? It's worrying, isn't it, Jez, that they could be double dealing and suggesting all this type of things. It's all about leverage, isn't it? And at the moment, it seems to be a battle for who they can get in bed with. Here's Castagna in the box, plays it back to Tielemans. Tielemans, good feet, back out wide to Carrasco, stead up by Mount. De Bruyne, lovely ball. Castagna, and he's beaten Alexander-Arnold easily. Good cover from Kyle Walker. He bailed Trent out there. Castagna passed him very, very easily. Iain says, sorry for raising the rant. No, absolutely fine. Diogo, could you not find a bigger mug? I have no idea what you're talking about. Nearly covers my face, doesn't it? Look. Dear oh me. I hope you're all enjoying the stream here. Loads of people in today. Fantastic stuff. Thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button. It is England 1, Belgium 1. We are 57 and a half minutes in the story of this game. England start reasonably well for 10 minutes or so. Belgium really take a stranglehold of the game. Could have been further than 1-0 up, I think. Bit of clever play by Jordan Henderson to win a penalty. And having got that lifeline, England looked better in the second half, although Carrasco still did miss that big chance at the back end of the first half. Mount fouls Castagna. Ref says play on. Any news on Shaylee? Is she any better? Let's message her and see if she is. David, very kind of you to ask. Can I do it at once? How you feeling? The chat is concerned. Question mark, kiss, kiss. Right, we'll send that down to her and see what she says. Thank you, David. Very kind. Alan says, how about the EFL get BT or someone else to have their own TV or broadcast? Get more money, stop Sky getting power. The only difficulty is I think going to battle against the Premier League they're just too big to beat, aren't they? I know there's 72 clubs against 20, but look at the eyeballs that the Premier League draws. And I just think that you have to do a deal with the devil here. We either need to work with them or they're going to destroy us, I think, is the thing. It's gone too far. They're too much bigger than the EFL at the moment. So that would be the only pushback on that. You gave a hashtag Bloom clip again. There we go. Hashtag Bloom clip. James says, what's my thoughts on Sky Sports always getting the rights to every Premier League and EFL game? Oh, here comes De Bruyne, cleared by Rice. My thoughts are they pay the most money for them. And as has been mentioned in the chat many times, that seems to be what pushes the needle, doesn't it? So Jay's put the team up there for whoever was asking in the chat there. Heretic, who's been watching a long while, says, can we have a rant about serious foul play, Ben, or excessive force? We haven't had one of them in about a week, have we? So maybe, look, we'll get a chance. We'll get plenty of chances throughout the season, won't we? Calvert-Lewin, half volleys towards goal there. Couldn't quite get anything on that there. It was Rashford chipped in. Henderson laid it off. It went loose off Tielemans' head. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin couldn't get any power on that. Nat asks, why have we got 3 right backs playing? Well, one of them's playing left back, one of them's playing centre back, and one of them's playing right back. Quality stream again. Thank you, Red Dog. He's sponsored by Disney with that mug and Shaylee's outfits. We should probably be a bit worried about Disney. They're very litigious, aren't they? But yes, there is a lot of Disney merchandise in my flat, in my house. Dinea to Boyata. 61 gone. 2 pens in this game. The watch-along set piece. Yep. The watch-along set piece sponsor is loving it. Bit says, give me 2 shots on target and 3 corners each and I'll give another 10%. Oh, he's on the gambling again. Litigious, Jay. It means they like to go legal. Look it up. They sue a lot of people, put it that way. I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think Disney, and I should watch what I say about Disney if they are litigious, have a team of lawyers actually on retainer whose job is literally to find intellectual property infringement of Disney stuff. So, yes. Katie says, Southgate out. We've had a few of those tonight, haven't we? Lukaku was winding up a shot and Walker got to that just first. Alex says, just got here. How are we playing? Always a good chance to reset and say, England got away with one to be level at half-time, but they're doing a bit better in the second half now. So at the moment, there's a chance we can get the win. Oh, there's going to be a bigger chance because Harry Kane is getting warmed up, which, if he's fit, is very, very good news for us England fans. So maybe our chances are about to increase. Oh, don't say things like that. They're listening. Don't Disney own Pompey? I think Disney own everything, don't they? Do you think Fulham will get relegated next season? You mean this season or next season? It looks like it at the moment, but things can change. Moral of the story, don't bleat with Disney. No, seriously don't. They may make movies about empowered young girls and talking animals, but they are a monster, aren't they? Even bigger monster than the Premier League, Disney. I'll tell you about that. Katie says, Martinez, the icon. We were talking about that earlier, Katie, actually. Nice to have a Wigan fan in the chat. Saying he had good memories of Wigan. Here's Mount, left corner of the box. His shot deflected in. It's 2-1 to England. It's a lucky old goal, but England have the lead. I cannot quite believe that, given how about 35 minutes of the first half went. But England have the lead. A highly lucky deflection. Mount had a bit of space in the box. He shifted the ball onto his right foot. I'm now seeing the replay. So it starts with Rashford. Alexander-Arnold in one of those great positions he gets in. He puts the cross. It's really good header back by Trippier. Mount lines up the shot. Alderweireld stands him up, puts his hands behind his back. So Mount has one touch with the right foot, shifts it a yard, and just the perfect deflection for England. Alderweireld is too far off Mount, to be fair, wafts a foot, and the ball loops absolutely agonisingly for Mignolet over his head and into the top corner. I will take it all day. It's absolutely unsustainable, this England win, I have to say. We don't deserve to be winning, but we've got a penalty and we've got a deflected goal, and I am all over it. 2-1 England. Calvin Phillips is on for Jordan Henderson, and Harry Kane is on for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So this is good news for England. We have somehow managed to get ourselves into the lead, and we now have our captain on. So love it, hey? 2-1 England. Get your thoughts in. Slightly lucky to be here, I think, but we will take it all day long, won't we? Let's get a little look of your comments here. Lukaku crosses in there. Good header by Walker on the cover. Let's have a heroic backs to the wall England defensive performance. Harry Kane goes down, asked to get to his feet. Here is Carrasco. Castagna, great cross to the back post there. Had a huge diving header by Trippier. We need to just give Trippier a shout. His header back for Mount and the two full-backs, wing-backs combining was actually a very good part of that goal. We'd spoken about the need for the wing-backs to be forward, and it was Trent Alexander-Arnold crossing and Trippier with a nice header back. Okay, the jammy deflection after that, but yeah. Corner. De Bruyne swings it in. Alderweireld tries to bring it down, and he can't. Can England counter here? Doesn't look like it. Walker into Phillips. Phillips. Now we have a central midfielder who can pass through the lines. Finds Rice. Rice onto Rashford, who's onside. Rashford in behind. Good counter. Rashford holds it up. Back to Rice. Rice into Phillips. Good move. Come on, England. Trippier out on the left. Just slowed down now. And Trippier back to Maguire. Mason Mount, says Jess Bish. Mount, says Ewan. Happy but definitely undeserved. Well, we'll take it. Get in England. Made in Derby, Mason Mount. Southgate in. Well. Imagine that. Southgate is onto something here. Boring tactics, get results. There we go. It's coming home. A slight deflection. Yeah, we'll call it a slight deflection. More jam than Hartley's. Villa are jealous of that deflection. Yeah. Look, let's just be very clear. Villa would still have easily beaten Liverpool the other day, but they had some lovely old deflections, didn't they? Good Lord. Hope we have that much luck against the Canaries at the weekend. Obviously, in terms of complete objectivity, as an Ipswich fan, I'm not allowed to comment on that. Iain? England winning. And because I see this as a pointless tournament, I don't even celebrate. There we go. Rhiannon is here and very pleased to see Calvin Phillips on. Already one nice pass between the lines for Phillips there. What I'd give for another long tournament run next summer. Oh, God, it would, wouldn't it? After COVID. As well. Hopefully after COVID, we're back to normal then. Ewan says, don't let this cover the fact we're all Southgate out. Speak for yourself, Ewan, hey? What a looper, says Jordan, wasn't it? If you don't shoot, you don't score. Very, very, very true. Alderweireld's just stand. I get the put your hands behind the back. I get don't commit, but you can get a bit closer than that because if you're that distance away, that's what happens. You get the lucky old deflection and you're done. It'd be nice to get that sort of luck in a game that matters at some point. God, don't. Remember, I go back to Chris Waddle hitting the inside of the post against West Germany. I go back to Gascoigne being that far away from the golden goal against Germany as well. I go back to Beckham getting red carded in a game against Argentina that we could have won. Okay, we would have had to play an impossibly difficult Brazil team and then France afterwards. But yeah, some luck would be nice for England in a big game, wouldn't it? Eddie Howe would be interesting England manager. With a 10-year contract, maybe, hey? Get in, Jay. What's Jay done? Oh, he's won 13 quid. Good work. A lot of winners on the chat here tonight. You can buy President Trump's book now. Alex says we need 30 minutes of Hector to Reeve now. I think Mr. De Bruyne might be able to figure that out and pick that off, sadly. Roll on the proper league football on Saturday. On Friday night, in fact, which gives me a chance to plug. Who have we got? Derby versus Watford on Friday night. Tielemans out to Denea. Castagna. De Bruyne. Stood up by Phillips. Phillips and De Bruyne playing against each other for the second time in 2 weekends. Is Alderweireld. And England have won it back. Fine, boys. Sit in. Win the game. Hey? Win the game. 2-1 England, 70 minutes gone. Pickford, big hoof down the ground there. Just quickly, you have 20 minutes left to enter the giveaway for a copy of FIFA 21 elsewhere on the channel. Even if you're in the stream now, go off and go and enter that. Because on the final whistle of this game, comments will be no longer eligible to win the game, the FIFA 21. Hector Tareem is history. It'll always be history on our channel here. Iain says, I actually cried at the end of that Euros 96. I think probably I did. I really thought we were going to win that. De Bruyne. Oh, what a pass by De Bruyne. Oh, wow. Should have been 2-2 there. Absolute joke of a pass by De Bruyne there. Carrasco, if he had his shooting boots on in this game, Belgium are winning it. But let's just marvel at this. Oh. So Kevin De Bruyne is on the left wing with the entire England midfield behind him. Controls the ball and then with the outside of his right foot, plays a curved ball in behind the defence. Carrasco is completely clear. It's utterly brilliant by De Bruyne, but Carrasco can't finish it. And it looks like De Bruyne's going off after that. Wow. Vizcarra come in. So De Bruyne looks really, really unhappy. He's having a chat with Martinez. He hasn't stormed down the tunnel. Not quite his style, but it was just a superb pass by De Bruyne. His last contribution to this game. And Carrasco should have scored again. He's missed 2 big chances in this game, Carrasco. As I say, England's win is not sustainable here, but I'll take it all day long. Carrasco has been rubbish, says Locke, yes. Apart from the finish for the offside goal, but there you go. Oh, Bits has done it again. He's given me all his winnings. 10%, the shots are on target are in the bag. I'm a good luck charm. Always enjoy your content, even though you're... Oh, get lost, go on. A secret Norwich fan. I'm an out-of-the-closet Ipswich fan, obviously. Thank you very much, Bits. Very, very kind. And you've made a fortune tonight, haven't you? Congratulations to you, my friend, and thank you very much for your kindness. Let's have a looky. Alan says on Monday I've got Leeds Wolves. I sadly will not be able to do that. I'll be doing... It's a difficult one on a 3-game week in championship terms. So the schedule will go, watch along on Friday night, hopefully get to a game on Saturday. I'll be doing the review on Sunday night, and then I'll be doing the preview for the midweek on Monday night. And then it's we got Millwall Luton on the Tuesday, Sheffield Wednesday, Brentford on the Wednesday, and then we'll be straight into another review. So Dearly Departed and whatnot will be pre-records during the day, unless you want me to go live during the day. But I think Dearly Departed works well as a pre-record because I can clip bits out and we can get the Leeds and the Villa fans who seem very engaged in it, obviously at the moment, their content. So time to park the double-decker. Sit in, as Mick McCarthy used to say. Yeah, at the moment, Jay. Oh, Lukaku is in behind, held up. He's against two. Lukaku blocked up by Walker, and Trent heads it out of play there. To be fair to Walker, who people were questioning about being a centre-half, his last-ditch headed kicking defending has been pretty good in this game. Lukaku had both of them on the run there, and he just gets in the way to block the shot. Yeah, so Dearly Departed. We only try and do Dearly Departed versus Dearly Departed. Corner comes in. Lukaku is there. Recycled there by Denier. Alderweireld spins and volleys, and as you can imagine, volleys over the top. Yes, sorry. If there's a clear day and I can do a Dearly Departed game, then I will. However, at the moment, it is Dearly Departed versus Dearly Departed teams that we're doing. And it is very hard on a 3-game week. We'll try. We'll try and keep up. Hey, better to have too much content to do than not be able to find any. So there we go. Millwall Luton, get some wine for a dull game. Well, we'll see what else is on offer that day. I think Sky are doing... Millwall Luton on Tuesday the 20th. We will see. Bits, brilliant. Yeah, he can't stop winning, can he? Although, is he like a typical gambler? He won't tell us about the ones he's lost. He only tells us about the ones he's won, eh? Go on, Bits. Love it. If I stop appearing on the streams, it's because Trump got the CIA to get me. Here's Lukaku on the edge of the box again. 3 around him. He's so blooming strong. Lukaku tries to get the shot off, and Kyle Walker defends that pretty well again. Trippier, not so much. He's giving it back to Carrasco into the box. Carrasco dribbles it, and he's just nudged out for a corner there, I think, by Rice, or was it Calvin Phillips? Lukaku looks so dangerous, doesn't he? Although Kyle Walker playing it pretty well. Pretty good, as Larry David would say. Pretty good. Corner from Carrasco in from the right. Pickford catch that. Oh, Pickford's flapping. Get rid. Oh, well done. Not great from Pickford there. And we've got it cleared to halfway. And Mounier has it. And I can read some more comments because it's gone all the way home. Stop going to games. We want Ben's Soccer Saturday. Look, Iain, if I'm not at a game, we will try it. I've said I'm happy to try a Saturday 3 p.m. stream. Could be fun. George is here. He says, do I rate any Birmingham players? Of course I rate Birmingham players. Sunic, I like the look of last season. Obviously, Jutkovic in the Championship is an absolute monster up front in terms of aerial. Hogan, good finisher. I like Bella. That was a really good signing, wasn't it? And Pedersen, obviously, left back's very good. So, yeah, Birmingham got some decent players in that squad there. Tielemans hits it forward. And Dyer goes home to Pickford. Come on, England. 77 gone. Pickford flapping. Surprise, surprise, says Red Dog. Ewan. Derby Forest next Friday. If that's Friday the 23rd, Ewan, I'm very sorry. I have to go to work. So no, I won't be doing Derby Forest. Apologies. Got to go to work, man. When there is a gig going, I have to do it nowadays, don't I? So I'll be down the road at 3 St. Peter's in Bedford for all your posh drinking needs. Reece James is coming on for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Reece James, big favourite of mine when he was on loan at Wigan. We always get a pretty good. And if you haven't watched all 10 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, go ahead and get watching. Superb stuff. Samage says, I have a 1% chance to win the giveaway. Good luck. Oh, is there 100 comments on it now? Go and get involved. 12 minutes to go. As you mentioned, Mick sitting in, but I think it was Mick McCarthy. Mick McCarthy. I nearly ran into him actually at Norwich the other day, Mick. We were ships passing in the car park, let's just say, not in the night. Have you seen enough of Ben Wiles to form an opinion? Could well be in the Premier League. No, I haven't, Iain. When do we get Rotherham on Sky? Because I'd like to. Who do I think will win the Premier League this season? Hopefully one of our dearly departed. So Leeds, Villa, West Brom, Fulham or Sheffield United. Any one of them and I'm all over it. But no, probably Liverpool or Man City. Boring. Might get an interesting one. Who do I think? Oh, I've done that, haven't I? My favourite season of Curb. Mine is season 4 with the producers. Let me answer that in a sec. Here's Carrasco. Great turn. Carrasco still got it. Tries to feed in Lukaku. No final ball. What I'll do, Wheelock Young Team, with comedies I absolutely love, I'll watch it all over again. Because you don't realise you love a comedy until you're about halfway through, do you? You think, oh, this is amazing. And then when you watch it the second time, you notice so much more. Or like Partridge or Office or something like that, the 50th time, you notice all the little bits of beautiful writing. So check out Atletico Mince. That's been going forever now, hasn't it? If you're struggling for ideas, do a review of Ted Lasso. What is Ted Lasso? Let me know in the chat. Don't know what that is. Do you think Fulham will get more than 11 points? Yes, Ewan. They'll get more than 11. I heard there was a terrorist pointing a gun at the president, so one of his security guards shouted, "Donald Duck," and Disney said, do you know what? No joke. I think it was a small business guy, so a guy on a moped delivering stuff, called himself Roadrunner or Roadrunners or something. Or is that Warner Brothers or is it Disney? Anyway, he got sued for intellectual property. He got Roadrunners as well, like plural. But he still got sued. Here's Rashford holding it up in the box. Can we get delightful breakaway third goal? Mount. Shot takes a deflection again. And it's out for a corner. £10 on Fulham and West Brom to win the Premier League wins 25 grand. Should we do it just for the sake of the channel? No, it's a waste of 20 quid, isn't it? Not going to happen. We're not going to take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Name that tune. Is Edwards for Ipswich worth a cheeky offer for Millwall, says John. No, he's rubbish, John. Oh, God, chance. Harry Kane. Oh, my God. Middle of the box, and he just took his eye off that. You'd have put your house on him. Oh, I don't believe it. Given that is Harry Kane, that should be 3-1. Completely ahead of his marker, and he tries to glance it. I can't believe that. Harry Kane normally so lethal, and he completely misses the header. I don't believe it. So, there you go. Doku has come on for Carrasco. Apparently there's a cement company in Orpington called Jim will Mix It. They didn't think to change that. Jim will mix it for you and you and you and da-da-da. Adoku is offside straight away. Oh, Bits is actually going to win another bet. Need Meunier to put in another great tackle. One more yellow card for Belgium and Kane to have a shot on. God, you have some weird bets, Bits. Bits bets. That's a good feature. Let's talk about that. Bits bets. Twisted Sister. Yeah, we're not going to take it. What a song that is. Bit more screamy than the way I sung it, though, wasn't it? Hey, I might have made this up, but back in the 80s, there was 9 planets, but Disney got Pluto. Oh, dear. Keep the dad jokes coming. I'm loving it. Look, yes, says, can't believe it. England have been a better side the second half. They have, haven't they? They've hardly taken Belgium apart, but there you go. Give me the win. Night to night. Give me the order. Give me the order. Anyone name that one? I bet you can't. Bum 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 ba dum 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 dum. Someone will name that, won't they? Here is Dedrick Boyata. Out wide it goes. We won't be seeing Josviak apparently on Friday's watch along. Oh, here's Rashford. Chance. Oh, we so could have won this game. A free header for Harry Kane and a dribble into the box and shot on the right foot for Marcus Rashford. You'd think the perfect 2 chances for both of those players, and they didn't take either of them. Are England going to be made to pay? Oh, he doesn't miss by much though, does he? Does not miss by much. Oh, should score though, shouldn't he? Should score. What did I make of Josviak? Asked Lewis. It wasn't the game for me to judge him, honestly. Derby played, you probably saw on Sky, probably played a 5-4-1, no much attacking intent from the fullbacks. So Josviak was always filing back and filling in. He followed instructions and did his job, but obviously I didn't get to see him attack very much. So I'll plead the fifth. Stu's got it. Tarzan Boy by Baltimore. God, we've had some fun name that tune here. How is KP doing? Yeah, he's doing good. And he'll always use the ball well, Phillips, won't he? Here comes Doku. Oh, lovely feet to go past Phillips. Reece James fouls him, but ref says play on. Here's Castagna into Lukaku. Lukaku, great spin. He lays it off. Witsel, good move this. Witsel wide. Oh, poor ball. Really bad from Witsel there. He's better than that. And Mounier can't get in on the right-hand side. Trippier does well. 86 gone. And has Harry Kane drawn a foul there? Excellent. Well done, Harry Kane. Draws the foul there, I think, from Boyata. England look like they're going to win this game. Famous last words. Touch wood, touch everything. I did not forecast this at around the 30-minute mark when we were 1-0 down and Belgium were all over us. Here comes Jadon Sancho. I don't know. Daniel says, Phillips has done good. Dribbles past Phillips. Literally, everything I say, you know, they say the curse of the commentator. That definitely applies to me because I'll say, oh, so-and-so's used the ball well today. He gives it away. Always happens. Always happens. Alex says, have you seen Dave Henson on here? He wrote the Jan Kermagant song after his playoff miss for Leicester. Fake Walnut Dash. Nice. I've done a few comedy songs myself, actually. 87-26 gone. Yes, the Benjamin Bloom curse that apparently affected Leeds United, who went on to score 93 points and win the championship. So not sure quite how much of a curse I was, but Lukaku tries to chest it down. Reece James, massive hoof down to Mignolet. 87-50. Come on, England. Castagna. Doku. England playing Denmark on Wednesday night. I'm going to tempt fate and annoy all of you by bringing up the UEFA Nations League as it stands table just before, so I can curse it. There it is. Guys, as it stands, England will go top of the group on to 7 points and will have a victory over FIFA world number 1 ranked Belgium there. It'll be 2 wins and a draw from the 3 games thus far for England. Here comes Jadon Sancho. Mason Mount having a lovely long conversation with the ref about which side he's going to go off. They're replaying his beautifully deflected goal there. Minilay was actually positioned really nice to save that, but there we go. We are top. England, indeed. Ben, am I Southgate in or out? I'm Southgate in until the end of the next tournament, I guess. Why not? Hey? Total eclipse of the heart. Hope Warney's watching this instead of taking his dog for a walk. Might help him to hold on to a lead. There we go. Rotherham conceding lots of late goals so far. That sounds like the song for Wickham season. Come on, Wickham. Get some points. Thrown back to Denea, to Witzel, and to Boyata. Christian Bellic's best position, centre-half or holding midfield. Well, I always think if you have a player who's good enough to play at centre-half and midfield, stick him at centre-back and let him come out with the ball, and you essentially have an extra midfielder every time you're attacking. But I know it doesn't always work that way. Britain in bloom, says John. Yes. Go do my bidding for me. Get them as a sponsor. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Don't think England have played that well yet are winning. What is this sorcery? As I say, it's not sustainable, is it? But we'll take it, especially after watching minutes 11 to about 35. Estonia 3, North Macedonia 3 so far, says Carl. I don't know what's going on in any other games. They're in behind here, but we have an offside. Top of the group. Yes, indeed. Let's bring that up. Beautiful. Or we will be top of the group. We're into stoppage time. 4 minutes stoppage time. We have played 52 seconds so far of stoppage time. If you want to enter the giveaway, you have about 3 minutes to do it. Elsewhere on the channel, you can win a copy of FIFA 21. Just go and follow the instructions on the video to help speed you up, because your comment's going to be ineligible in 3 minutes. To help speed you up, what you need to do is written in the description. So go and enter the giveaway to win. I've only got one copy of FIFA 21 for Xbox One and Xbox X Series. 2.5 minutes to go in this one of stoppage time. England 2, Belgium 1. As Rashford closes down Alderweireld and wins an attacking throw-in. Southgate cutting his teeth at England before he moves to a bigger club like Ipswich. Well, we are top of the league. League One. Alderweireld clears that, and it's another throw to England, who are doing a lovely job of seeing this one out. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. It's drying. It'll dry weird if I don't manipulate it a certain way. Southgate trying to slow everybody down. I suspect an England player will be booked in the next minute for taking 2 hours to take a throw in. Kane holding it up in the corner, and that's going to be a Belgian throw. Mounier tosses that down the line, and it's cleared by Boyata. Belgium will be thinking they should have probably won this game, but I don't care. Let's have a look and see what the stats say. They're probably going to have all in Belgium's favour, but again, I don't care. I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. Yeah, look, 11 shots to 9. 3 big chances to 1. I think most of them went to Mr. Carrasco, didn't it? But England, with a penalty and a deflected winner, hopefully, fingers crossed, have done the job thus far. 40 seconds of 40 seconds of time to go. Only stat that matters is goals. Well, I will run with that slightly disingenuous logic today, but yes, in terms of sustainability, maybe not, but in terms of winning this game, I'll take 2-1 in the goals all day long. Jay's in there quickly with that one. Ian's retro. He's just won the Champions League with Plymouth on FIFA 15. Tremendous stuff. Carl says, don't know League One. Wolves had to go there before we turned things around too. Yeah, can we have our own faux son and George Mendes come in? England have won 2-1 against Belgium. Gareth Southgate looks very, very pleased, and we are all pleased with that win. Although we are all self-aware enough to say that it came with a few caveats, didn't it? England not really dominating that game at any point, but as we said in the chat, the only stat that matters, where is it? Daniel says, is the goals. We'll run with that logic today. England starting fairly well in this one for the first 10 minutes. Then Belgium really took over, didn't they? Belgium had a goal disallowed. Carrasco hitting the right foot shot. And it was Castagna had run across the front of the keeper to be in an offside position. Belgium take the lead through a clumsy penalty conceded by Eric Dyer. He took down, it was Lukaku. Lukaku jumps up and sticks the pen in for 2-1. Belgium then were by far the better side. England get back into it. Jordan Henderson drawing a penalty when Meunier put his hand on his shoulder in the box. And Henderson goes down to win the pen. And Marcus Rashford sticks that one home. Then, however, another big chance for Carrasco. Again, drags his shot wide right-footed. And England did well in the second half. Belgium did create another couple of decent chances, particularly Carrasco from that brilliant Kevin De Bruyne pass through the outside of his right foot. But England will take it all day. Jammy old deflected winner, Mason Mount in the box. Alderweireld a bit too far off. He hits the shot, deflects, loops up in the air, flies into the top corner. And England have the lead and they hold on to it 2-1. As the game stretched, Harry Kane and Marcus Rashford both missed big chances for England to win this one by even more. So is it sustainable? Probably not. Will we win many games that play out in that way? Probably not. Do I care? No. 2-1 to England. We'll take the bit of luck. We'll take the not really playing that well and winning. And we'll bank the 3 points. And England, if I go to the split screen, are now top of their Nations League group. If we flash that up and make that a bit bigger, you should be able to see there. England with 7 points and with Denmark to play. Could have this all done and dusted by, when is the game? Wednesday night. If England beat Denmark, then they will be, I'm assuming, Denmark and Iceland are playing later, but they could be. So say if Denmark win that game, they'll have 4 points. England would then move on to 10 with 4 games gone and pretty much have it all done and dusted for the Nations League. Let's have a look at your comments and then I will bid you all farewell. Craig says easy. I sense some sarcasm. No more entries to the giveaway. It's done. Yeah, Jay is right. Surely Bits has to win the draw. Are you in the giveaway, Bits? He probably will win it. I'll do it on like some randomizer thing online. Heretic says the game was nearly enjoyable as my overcooked crunchy chicken spatchcock chicken. Robin cock chicken. There we go. England #1 in the world now, as Ric Flair said. Can I do a Ric Flair? To be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! Although his voice is all crackly now, Ric Flair's, isn't it? What a guy, hey? Woo! Says QPR forever. Can't wait for the championship to restart again. John, Friday, we'll be there. You just got a few days to get through. Great stream, says Iain. Thank you for being a part of it. Keep up. Please go and follow Iain on Twitter. Great Rotherham follow over there. I called it 2-1, says EB. Quality watch along, says David. Yeah. Did Shaylee reply, actually? Let's have a look. She hasn't. She's probably still asleep, which is probably a good thing if she's got a headache. So what are you having for tea? I'm having Chinese. I'm having a chicken burger, which is going to be lovely. I can't wait. Thanks, QPR forever. If you've lost, you've lost. Agatha Christie, 5 little pigs. There you go. Only top of the group goes to the semis. Is that the case? Okay. Southgate copying Koku's tactics from last week. There you go. Cheers to Craig. First one in a while. Been a busy boy. There we go. Always a pleasure. Joseph, presumably is new here. I support Ipswich Town. Gotta love the nature boy. Woo! Nice to meet you. I'm from Sunderland. Welcome, sir. Enjoy League One with us this season. Final result is in, and Bits has made more money and paid me more money. So kind. So kind. Thank you so much, Bits. Thank you for a great stream, Jordan. Great stream, says Steve. Thanks, Ben, for keeping me awake, says Colin. Enjoy the burger. And we'll never find out which bets any gambler has lost. Right. Thank you all for being here. It was really, really good fun. I'll get the clip out of the rant at half time. Possibly I'll get the clip out of the last few minutes of this review and we'll stick them up as separate clips for you guys. Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow. I did something with Connor today on his Patreon for All Leeds or One Leeds fan channel. So maybe we'll get a clip of that up tomorrow. Otherwise, it may well be another opinion video tomorrow. We might do Championship centre-backs. We've done Championship strikers today. So that could be a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back certainly on Wednesday with Fantasy League. That won't be live, I wouldn't have thought. England-Denmark watch-along will be live. And then, guys, we are live. Wednesday, England-Denmark. Thursday, Championship preview. Friday, Derby versus Watford. Saturday, possibly another watch-along. We'll see if I can get to Luton Stoke. Hopefully I can. We might be there at the ground live Sunday night, review show Monday night, preview of the next round, 3-game week, Millwall Luton Tuesday, Swansea Brentford on Wednesday. That'd be a good game. Playoff semi-final replay indeed. We will be back then. It'll be EFL review Thursday night. This is what happens on 3-game weeks. Then on Friday will be the first day we won't be live. So there will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We will be doing something live each and every night. And I, for one, am very, very much looking forward to it. Dan asked about the giveaway. We'll do it tomorrow morning. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Loved every minute of it. Can I make a Discord? I don't know. Don't know what those things are. Probably, yeah. Thoughts on Trippier at left back? Who cares? This is Mikey, who from the Premier League. Go and follow him on Twitter. Who donated the copy of FIFA? So we don't care about that, but we thank you, Mikey, for your kind donation there. Right, I've got to go. I'm waffling. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Bits and the other super chatters, Jay as well. And we'll see you very soon. There'll be some clips out in the next 24 hours, and we'll see you live. I'm sure we'll be back live very soon. Someone will sack someone and I'll be back live. There we go. Thank you. Over and, as he finds the outro music, out.